Hello everybody. We have bought cribs, surprise, surprise, 3 of them. And these are 3, they have the suckiest instructions I have seen in the steps, as far as the steps of installing these cribs. So whoever buys these cribs, you could probably benefit from what steps I changed or skipped, and that for that matter, about these particular ones. The crib is the Dream on Me 4-in-1 convertible. That's what it's called, portable crib, style number 626. These are the smaller cribs. There's 2 sizes, one small and one big. This is the smaller one. I believe it's about 40 inches in length. Yeah, 39 inches. And actually, let's take a look at the steps here. Now, there is quite a bit of flaws actually in the steps. Like here, step 1, I would not change something about it. That's okay. The steps after that, that's when it gets interesting. So basically, I would just follow step 1. And here's what you do after step 1. After step 1, it tells you in the steps to only put the dwells in these rails or posts, but I would put the start by putting the wooden things or anchors or well, whatever you want to call them. You put them all in the right spots, and the right spot is basically on this rail, which is marked A. The other one, it would be the front and back legs. You only insert that into the top part of the legs and on the thin side of it, not the wide side of the, of course, the straight thin side of this leg. That's what you do. Now, the other thing is they tell you to leave that to last. This is the bracket that holds the board, which is this board. It holds this board. Now, this one you're gonna have really such a hard time putting it in last step because of all the wood surrounding it. Is going to be really tough to screw that bracket in. So what I would do, I prep them by putting the brackets in. Of course, there are 1, 2, 3 different levels or heights for the bed. We put it on the first one for infant. That's how I put it. Now the direction of the bracket is just like this. Alrighty. The open side, this side, usually facing the inside of the crib, so you can later slide the plank of wood or board in it. Now, as you can see here, they are all prepped, and I have them in the same direction, so I know which one I'm grabbing first. The next step, I would install the shorter leg, which is the front leg. The front leg, and you just use these 3 inches, 3.5 inches actually, screws, and their anchors. You just insert them as directed in the direction. This is luckily one of the things that they got right in their directions. And you flip that over, and you just get the longer side now to install. Of course, you be careful not to flip it the other side, because what you need to make sure these holes always face the inside. These holes always face the inside. That's where you insert your hardware. If you flip it the other way, it's going to be in the wrong direction. And here it is. You just unscrew that, and make sure the opening of this piece of hardware, which is, I believe, would be to anchor the socket. It becomes a socket for the screw. make sure the hole is lining up with the wooden hole as well. So as soon as you insert the screw, it goes right in and you just start fastening it. The steps are matter. The first grip that I followed their steps, it took me about hour and a half to finish it. The other two, which I'm at my third one, the last one, it took me the same amount of time for the first one doing two. Almost gonna take me that long, which is shortening the time big time. Their steps is very lengthy and honestly is not practical. I believe this is the best way to do it, and we gonna do now the next step. Actually we'll cut now and we'll do it. It's on? Okay. This is the next step. We cut through this process because I showed you already how to do basically install these two front and back legs, and basically prepare the right side and the left side, or the opposite actually. This is the right side and this is the left side of the crib. Now these are ready and installed. So what I do usually in the previous one, I did this. I just laid one of them on the floor, grab this board, which is that's the board that's the baby's gonna lay on. Of course, not right on the board. Okay, here we go, and you just insert it into the brackets from the bottom. Before you put the top one, the top and the other end of the bed, I would fasten the board to the brackets, so we don't have to worry about too much wiggling, and the bed could actually fall over and break in the process of installing it. It makes it a little steadier and easier to install the rest of the parts. I guess Dream Army, they're gonna be angry with us. We trashed their instruction manual. Actually, for that matter, goes for all the stuff that's pretty much most of them that's get installed at home, self-assembly. They really have steps that don't make sense. And usually the steps are not is not quite logical, nor it is fast. Consumes more time than make your own steps. Okay, here we go. Come on already. Oh, and by the way, they did not actually send a little tiny wrench for the for the nuts that goes on the screw, the Allen K screw that goes to the board. They didn't send a wrench for it, so you might need to be prepared for that and have a, I would say this is size 9 or 10, I believe. I'm not sure. So basically you put the other end on top, and you do the same thing as we did for the other side. Fasten the board so it won't come loose and break something, and you blame it on me, right? Okay. Alright, after installing the top part to the board, you just basically hold it steady and turn it and set it on the floor so you can assemble the rest of the stuff. I would start by this rail in the back. here. You just insert it. There is no problem. Just to little bit force it in. It's not gonna break anything. Just force it in as much as probably half an inch to get the dwell in, and start basically put in these screws. You need basically to hold it in a place from under, and you go ahead and fasten that. But I would not fasten them all the way. I leave it loose until I insert the back and the front rail, so you have enough room to put them in. And here's the other side. You can actually fasten one side of this piece and leave the other side loose if you want to. Now we install the front rail in here, and the same thing as we did for the back one. And pretty much after that, after this you're almost done, because you just need to put in the what do you call this side, I guess?
Walls?
Huh? No, it's not necessarily walls.
Front back panel?
The panels, yeah, for the front and back, that keeps the baby in. Of course, you want that. You want them to stay in.
You don't want them rolling out?
Not rolling off the bed.
Or escaping.
Or escaping. At least not at this stage. It's too early for them to learn how to escape. They will have plenty of time to figure that out on their own.
Yep.
Okay. We're almost done with the faucets in here, and we just need to put the side here. Alright, now we'll get to the front and back panels. Whichever you want to start with, it's fine. I go for the back panel first. All these steps are different than the user manual or the installation manual that they provided, at least in the order in which you do them. And the fireworks are going off.
That's because you're doing the cribs.
Yep, that's actually for me. Because I'm doing such a good job in the cribs and reviewing the manual that the town decided to have a fireworks for me. Oh, he's not laying it right. Yeah, here, now. Same thing goes basically for the front panel. Just you put two in until you hold it in place, and put the other bottom two. Fasten everything and after that the crib is ready. Thank you for watching. I hope you benefited from the video. That is for us, for the babies. So this is the finished product of 3 cribs.
Why does one have blue on it?
She's
3 babies. One of them is special, the other 2 are not so much.
We can only afford sheets for one after buying 3 cribs.
What this one? This one should be for Zaid.
Uh-huh.
Zaid al-Din. And this one for
Amin.
Ahmad al-Amin. And this
not-
crib for
Amin.
Ahmad al-Amin. And this is for Raid Zain.
Then you bend down and you grab the baby.
Yeah.
You want to see my turn? I'm
Well,
not gonna say
just
it's
let me
great.
talk to them a little bit in case.
This is your dad.
That's me. It's your dad.
And I know
I
you're
just finished
thinking,
your cribs.
Ew! Ha! Gay! That's what they think.
And I have a bill ready for you too. And that's your mama.
$500 worth of cribs here. Oh.
And that is your crazy wacko sister.
I guess it's not as low as I